Grand opening, grand closing.
Welcome, my friends, my family, my fellow gamers. Your only friend, these YouTube streets, Porter Rock 77, back with another video. And let's just call it what it is. All right, let's just be straight shooters here. The future of console technology, console advancements, all the great things console will bring, all the technologies it will adopt, is primarily in the hands of PlayStation. It is, right? What led me to this is Moore's Law. Moore's Law is dead. Recently talked about Sony bringing in the next iteration of PSSR with PSSR 2.0. And what apparently this is supposed to do is Sony's pushing using the technology, this AI technology for upscaling and improving frames, and fidelity and all that. They're looking at 4K 120 and 8K 60. So now that's the milestone they're trying to push with 2.0 to get more games at 4K 120 and 8K 60 with this. Now, let's unpack that. If that's the next milestone, if Sony's like, hey, we're going after a whole new bar, right? More games at 4K 120, more games at 8K 60, which is not a big market at all, but that's the boundary they're trying to push. Then what does that say with just basic 4K 60? That means we'll see a lot more games 4K 60, and I would imagine at full fidelity. Full fidelity 4K 60 with ray tracing and all that stuff, right? Because if they're trying to push PSSR 2.0 with 4K 120, 8K 60, then that means they pretty much grasped, with this PSSR 2.0 full fidelity 4K 60. And I'm looking forward to that. And it's incredible that that's happening with the current console, PS5 Pro, of course, but it's happening now with this gen on console. And that's a crazy advancement that within the same gen, this gen, that we could potentially see more 4K 120 games and more 8K 60 games, right? And they easily, I ain't gonna say mastered, but they better managed full fidelity, games, quality mode with ray tracing, all that, at 4K 60. And of course, it's all AI upscaling, okay? It's not native. It's all AI upscaling, but that's the future of gaming across all devices. So we got to get used to it. The days of native resolution is over. It's all about the fake frames, frame gen, upscaling, all that stuff. That's it. They're all in on that. So the days of judging products by its native capability, you're a dinosaur. You might as well move on, accept the new wave. And there's nothing you can do about that. And it doesn't even matter what product you play on, because PC, NVIDIA's all in on AI. That's the future of all their GPUs, right? You might have GPUs right now that, you can say, no, I got my GPUs that easily push native. And sure, but eventually those GPUs will be outdated. They'll break. And when you start adopting the newer technologies are based on AI. It is what it is. And it seems like Sony's doing the same thing for their consoles. With PSSR 2.0 pushing 4K 120, 8K 60, easily tells me that full fidelity, quality mode, with advanced ray tracing and all that, a 4K 60 is very possible, and that's incredible. PS5 Pro easily shown how a proper mid-gen refresh should be. I'm so, how would you say, I'm enjoying PlayStation 5 gen so much that I honestly have no issues if this gen gets extended out to 2030. Like, why would I want this gen to end? This gen is phenomenal. I have no issues. If some of you are looking forward to 2027, 2026, you're probably playing on Xbox. And I don't blame you. I don't blame you wanting to cut the ligament off, chop the arm off, chop the foot off. I don't blame you. I would want If I played on Xbox, I would want the gen to start over today, right? But with PlayStation and them pushing out this technology, right? And it could come as next year because that's the projected. Moore's Law projecting that this is 2026 update, and it will come just in time for. Or he didn't say this, but I would think it would be great for this to come just in time for Grand Theft Auto 6. And I would imagine they are intimately involved in PSSR 2.0. I have no doubt that they are using this technology and they're working with PlayStation, maximizing it. For those of you who are now buying PS5 Pro instead of those $700 PCs that was hyped, which I'm still wondering, where are you gamers? The gamers that swore $700 PCs is the shiznit. Where are you? Don't see nobody hyping $700 PCs. And the people who hyped it, right, making the videos, they're not playing those $700 PCs. No, they're playing on their $2,000 joints. Funny how that works. But I'm looking forward to seeing this technology grow and seeing how further they're pushing the PS5 Pro. And I'm so glad I bought it. It's amazing. If you haven't jumped on the train and you're interested in console technology, you might want to hop on that Pro. But if you're happy staying on the PS5, that's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with the PS5. It's a great machine. It's overall the winner of this gen. And I said that last year. PlayStation 5 is the best console of the gen. That's not even an argumentative. And I know some people say, oh, that's an opinion. That's not even an opinion anymore. It's done. PS5 is the best console of this gen. And PS5 Pro is the best example of what a mid-gen refresh should be. So I'm good with 2030. I'm good with console technology and the future of console technologies being in the hands of PlayStation. To be honest, more often than not, they do it the best anyway. Sure, they have their hiccups and issues and stuff, And of course, let's give credit due, when the time when, Xbox had their shit together, they've done great things. It's just ever since Don Matrick took over, they've just been downhill. And Phil Spencer took over, he didn't make things better. From a perspective of third party, sure, he done a phenomenal job of curating the third party mindset. That's great, right? But from a console centric strategy and relying on a company to push console technology forward, that's long gone. That's a bridge too far for Xbox. So whether you like it or not, whether you think it's a good idea or a bad idea, or good situation, bad situation, however you feel about this, the fact remains, and it is a fact, the future and advancement of consoles is in the hands of PlayStation, and I can't think of a better company to have that responsibility. Your only friend is YouTube Streets Porter Rock 77. I will see you guys tomorrow. 60 Frames No Lag podcast, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Enjoy the channel, subscribe and like, and stick around. All right? You guys take care. Peace.
Grand opening, grand closing.